This week's episode is brought to you by Body Scare. All natural body care products so good, they're scary.
What's going on?
Hello and welcome back to an all-new Zompire Horde podcast with your host, Patty Claus von Smithenstein,
Patty Claus
Michelle of the Candy World Dead, and Vlad the Reindeer.
Yes.
Vlad the Reindeer.
Let me see your antlers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those are puny.
For the winner.
He hasn't. He sucked him in for this.
I thought for sure you were going to drop your pants.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Has a ball on the top.
Oh well, he is showing his balls. Both of you
Show
are.
your balls.
Gotta put my balls.
I'm showing my bells.
Let's show
Let's
off
hear
our
him.
shirts, though. I got Silent Night, Deadly Night. For
I
my-
like it.
Punish.
Why are we all dressed like this?
Because we're cool.
What did you wear, Patty Claus?
Oh, you know, I just got these red snowmen killing each other. Boom.
I love it.
Yeah. You know, some snowman guts everywhere. Can't go wrong with that.
I am jealous.
Let's see
Woohoo!
Oh, what are you talking about? Your outfit's dope.
Let's get a little view.
Me?
Show us what you got on there.
Oh. I just have a Santa suit.
Just a Santa outfit.
Just a
All I've
Santa
got is just
I
a
don't have a hat,
Santa
so I had to
outfit.
wear an elf hat. Oh gosh.
Oh, we got
Hey,
comments coming in.
Tennessee's in the house. Melissa's
Tennessee.
here.
Tennessee, that's David Pratt. Welcome, David Pratt. Hell
Love
yeah.
We love
the
David
balls
Pratt.
and the bells.
Who doesn't love balls and bells? Tonight we are talking about Christmas-themed stuff, like horror movies. Christmas-themed horror movies.
Christmas horror.
That's why we're
Christmas
all
horror.
decked out, because it is Christmas time.
Yeah. But I don't think we're going to do this next week. So
Wait, what? We're not?
I don't think we're going to dress up holiday next week.
Oh,
No.
Are we?
I was gonna do it like forever, even in February and March. I'm just fucking doing it.
I did want to point out one other thing is I did wear my gremlin socks.
Yes.
Dude, you got gremlin socks?
Dude.
Oh, of course.
I like it.
Of course I got gremlin
Yeah,
socks.
you win.
Oh,
I mean, I have eviscerated snowman, but you win. Gremlin socks for the win.
I don't know, man.
Yellow
Your
gremlin
snowman
socks
sweater
for
is
the
pretty
win.
dope.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah. When
Oh.
does the Cocaine Bear post to come out?
Oh my god, we need to do
The
a show on that.
trailer's out. I've not watched it, but I can't wait until that comes out. Is that
Dude,
going to be
that trailer is epic.
Is it supposed to be a Christmas movie too?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Cocaine's good every day of the year.
You know, it's just a giant bear that does 15 pounds of cocaine and goes on a rampage. I mean, what's
Poor bear.
not to
Can you
like?
imagine? He has no idea what is happening.
I believe it actually comes
I
out in
feel so
February.
strange.
For whoever asked that, I'm pretty sure it comes out in February.
Yeah, the trailer's out now.
Trailer.
But as much as I would love to talk about Cocaine Bear, trust me, I would love to talk about Cocaine Bear because that movie looks great. But we're not here to talk about Cocaine Bear. We're here to talk about Christmas horror. And I really want to jump into that because I love Christmas horror.
It's your favorite.
It is my
Yes.
favorite.
Why is it your favorite? Is it because you love Christmas and you love horror?
I mean, I do love horror. I do. So it's my favorite because I love that Christmas is supposed to be such a happy time of year. And there's all these pretty lights and these happy songs, whatever you want to call it. And then you just insert that setting into a bloody, gruesome, scary ghost slasher, whatever. You just take that happy setting and you put it into a death.
It's kind of like a kick to the senses.
Yeah, and I love clown horror for the same reason, but we're not here to talk about that either. But you know, clowns are happy, and you put them in so it's the same concept.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite genres is clown horror.
I think that's why I've always really enjoyed movies like Army of Darkness and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 for the comedic and the horror value of it. Like, you know,
especially T2.
Oh yeah. But you know, like sometimes watching something and it's just one specific genre all the time, you're just like, dude, I'm over paranormal crap. So you throw in a nice comedy horror to just mix it up a little bit.
I'm over paranormal crap unless you insert Santa. Then I'm all about it.
Oh, good Lord.
Speaking of Santa, let's talk some goddamn horror movies featuring Santa.
All right. So if we're going to talk about horror movies featuring Santa, we need to start off with the classic Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Silent Night.
The original Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984.
Oh, the one with Linnea Quigley.
She's
Yeah.
Isn't she?
That was her. She was like, I died on the antlers.
I died
That
on
was
the
part
antlers,
two.
which was part 1 and 2. When it was in part 2, it was a flashback from part 1.
Oh, right.
Because part 2 is actually my least favorite because it's basically just a rehash of the first one, just told through somebody else's eyes.
Right, through his brother's eyes.
Yeah. So that one's kind of like a ripoff. I'm like, kind of watching the same movie, kind of like the Evil Dead 2 thing. Same movie almost.
They were just basically trying to make money off of the name of the first one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And the first one is so hard to find these days. Like, you can't find it streaming anywhere. You can't buy it digitally anywhere. You can rent it digitally, but you can't buy it. And if you try to find it physically, like, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's such a rare item. And it's one piece of collection I don't have. And I'm pretty bummed about it. Like, I just can't get my hands on a copy of that movie. I have all the rest of them.
I thought Screenbox did like a box set with it in it recently, like a year
ago. Screenbox did? I do not subscribe to Screenbox, but maybe I should.
Maybe it's not Screenbox. It's one of those companies that does like the package deal where they'll do like, all the Freddy Krueger movies, and it's a like special edition. People collect them. They're worth a lot of money. I actually bought one on accident. And it was the Halloween collection for like $40. And 2 years later, I think I sold it for like 120.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember the name of the company that does that. If anyone does know, post.
Yeah, Screenbox is the Amazon thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's the streaming thing. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking
Screenbox
about.
is the Amazon stream, which I don't subscribe to.
Where's Blockbuster when you need them?
Right. Whoever Facebook user is, I agree.
Melissa's gonna do her best to get Silent Night, Deadly Night for you.
Let me know where it's at, and I will.
I did enjoy Silent Night, Deadly Night. I thought it was a pretty original storyline. It's the first time we really see Santa or a Santa as a brutal murderer.
Yeah, for its time, it was definitely one of the firsts. Definitely was in when it came out. The times were different. In the 70s and the 80s, times were different for movies. Silent Night, Deadly Night, as a film when it came out in the 80s, would not fly today.
Oh, 100%.
Like, people just are different, and what they will accept from their entertainment is different. And that for its time it was accepted, but now it's not, which is probably why it's hard to find, because people don't want to stream it because companies don't want to stream it because they don't want to deal with it. You can go on Shudder and you can stream 2, 3, 4, and 5, but you can't stream 1, and that's Shudder. And Shudder usually doesn't care about what they stream,
right?
But they don't even have the first one streaming.
Which is funny because if you watch the second one, you pretty much watch all of the first one.
Yeah, just from the brothers' perspective. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I mean, they do leave out the second one does kind of tone down the rapiness of the first one. So there's that. That's a little different. They kind of leave that out. But you're right. I mean, almost every kill from the first one is in the second one, just told through his brother's eyes.
Right. Michelle, do you have any? Did you do homework?
I watched Black Christmas, like
which one?
all 3 versions, all 3 of them. And like the first one, it was pretty slow, and I was bored until the killing happened, and then it was really good. And the next one, I think they redid it, a little bit more modern. You know, they had a lot of the same stuff.
That was the 2006 one, right?
Yeah. So there,
And
yeah,
then
2006.
and then the very
and
last one
2019.
was really stupid because there wasn't even any Billy in it.
Yeah. The
So-
2019 one I just skipped all around. I didn't even watch that one.
Yeah.
The
So
2006 remake I thought was really well done.
yeah, I like that one.
The 1974 one. So I came with my top 10 Christmas horror of all
Nice.
time, and the 1974 one is actually in my top 10.
Yeah,
I
it's a
love
good
that
one.
movie. It's from the 70s, so there was a different
Right.
feel to movies. Movies were a lot grittier back then, and I love that. And I loved how gritty and just real that movie felt. The 2006 one, I thought it was a great remake. It lost a lot of the feel from 1974, but that's given. But the 2019 when I watched a preview for that, and I was like, I'll pass.
Yeah. Good call.
One of the things that I appreciate about the classic horror movies like that, though, is most of the actors and actresses involved in them didn't become like uber stars. So when you watch those movies, these are just like normal ass people to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas even the 2006 version of Black Christmas, for instance, had old girl Lacey Charbet or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, who's in all like the Halloween movie and all that. And so I feel for me at least, whenever I watch films, especially horror movies, if it's somebody like uber famous in it or like somewhat famous in it, it kind of pulls me out. I agree with you. Like the original are so much more reflecting on them because it's like most of those actors and actresses didn't become anyone huge, you know?
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
So
with
like
that.
reality.
And things in the 70s were filmed. Camera quality wasn't nowhere near as good as it is now. So you get that grit to the film. So when you're watching the 1974 Black Christmas, when they're in the house, it feels like a home video. It feels like
Right.
Grandpa's filming while you're in the house, and it feels so real. Straying from Christmas for a minute, I feel that way about most 70s films. Like when you're watching Last House on the Left, I'm sorry for spoilers, the movie's old, but when the girl's trying to escape through the lake and she gets shot in the head, that's one of the most realistic gunshot deaths I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
And that hits home. And I don't think any movie today is gonna equal that. Like, it's like, I watch that to this day. I watch that, I'm like, God, did they really shoot her in the head? I'm like, is that chick dead?
Yeah.
So like Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night, all of those Christmas horror movies still have that, even though Silent Night, Deadly Night's from the 80s.
Yeah, I only saw the first
80s
one
still
of
had that
those, by the
grit.
way.
What was that?
I only saw the first one of those, by the way. Just the first Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh,
I
so
didn't see the others.
you're not missing much. The first one is fucking phenomenal. Second one's a rehash.
Pretty
The third
good.
one's okay. But then we get into Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and 5, and that's where you need to jump back in. Most people give me shit about these movies, but number 4 is directed by Stuart Gordon. So we're talking, Reanimator director. And 5 is directed by Brian Usna, who is also Bride of the Reanimator, Beyond, Faust, Dentist 1 and 2, Return of the Living Dead 3. So Brian Usna is like a huge body horror director. Like, the guy is king of body horror. So when you're talking Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, it's called Initiation. That's actually one of my favorite because it's like a body horror Christmas movie, and it's phenomenal. And I get so much shit for liking it, but I'm like, if you like body horror, you better fucking watch that movie because it is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones
Have
I
to do
watched
that.
to pop over to something a little more recent in 2016. Did you guys ever watch Better Watch Out?
Yes, it's in my top 10. That movie
It was on my list.
so good. So good.
So I should watch that tonight then?
Yeah, it's a home invasion Christmas movie. It's
that's always terrifying.
Fantastic. Did we lose Vlad?
No, Vlad, are you there?
Are you frozen, bud?
He's sitting really still.
Yeah.
Don't be dead, dude.
It's the anticipation of better watch out.
Well, at least his frozen face looks good. I mean, usually when I'm frozen, I'm all.
It's that beard, man. That beard is fucking rocking.
Yeah, the beards are just going strong this year. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but he's gonna have to like log out and log back in.
Yeah, it's his turn. You had technical difficulties 1 week. I had them 1 week.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack Frost. That was good. That was good in like a cartoon character type of way.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked it.
You can't go wrong with the killer snowman. I mean,
that was creepy because he could just turn himself into water or just partially melt himself, and that's terrifying.
No, Jack Frost is dope. Not in my top 10, but definitely noteworthy. Like,
it is a noteworthy. Yes.
There's 3 of them, I think, and the third one is just complete garbage. I think he goes to like Hawaii or something. It's like, how's a snowman in the tropics? We're talking about killers.
Does he carry around like a cooler of dry ice with him, and he just like hops in there.
So he can hop in.
It's got like one of those cat doors that's like a flap.
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't watched that movie since it came out, and I hate myself for watching it.
Oh God, yeah. God, what else? Gremlins, of course.
Gremlins is a classic for sure.
Very much so. And Vlad is wearing his gremlin sock, so he really needs to come back. Vlad!
Where are you, buddy?
Vlad!
Well, we can't horror. We can't talk about Gremlins until he gets back.
Horror at Christmas. My name is obscuring the rest of the sign, but that's okay.
No worries. We can't talk about Gremlins till he gets back.
I did watch it recently though. I put it on while I was trimming the tree yesterday, and I'm like, I hadn't watched it in decades. And I was like, oh my God, Corey Feldman's in this. I totally forgot that Corey Feldman's in this, and I was giggling. And
how do you
it's
forget
hilarious.
Corey Feldman is in that? He's got such a great role.
he was such a cute little kid. He did really well in that, actually, I have to say.
I want to talk about Better Watch Out, but you can't talk about that movie without ruining it, and you need to watch it.
Well, we could tell people like it's like a spoiler, and they can just turn their sound off and just look at our faces.
Spoiler for you because you haven't seen it.
Oh no, I don't care about spoilers.
Oh, you don't?
I'm not one of those people who gets mad about stuff. Have you ever seen me mad?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you are not wearing your elf hat right now, so that's pretty angry.
Yeah, it's kind of itchy. It's like got this weird itchy material. Guess I'll put it back on for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Where the
so let's talk about this is probably my favorite Christmas horror movie. Have you seen the movie A Christmas Horror Story?
Yes, that one. It's like you kind of have to watch it a second time to like because like you have a whole bunch of oh my God moments, and so
such a good movie, and it's basically really narrated by William Shatner, so you can't go wrong. And he's just tipping back the eggnog and getting drunk on the radio. And it's 4 stories that just kind of intertwine for people who haven't seen it. There's a ghost story in it. There's a Krampus story. There's what are they called? Doppelgangers. Not doppelgangers. What are those things called? I can't remember what they're called. And then the story that centers around William Shatner's character and his DJ host or co-host. Such a good movie. It was very entertaining. Yeah, I went into it just throwing it on one night, just like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this, and I was blown away. I was like, this movie is so good. So the Krampus was a little lackluster, like the CGI for Krampus. He was kind of shitty looking.
Yeah, and you didn't get to see a whole lot of him either.
No, not till the very end with the final showdown. I mean, it's a movie with spoiler alert. It's a movie with a showdown between Krampus and Santa, so you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, the two duke it out, and so you get to see like a good chunk of Krampus at that point. But I was a little disappointed in his design, I guess, or whatnot. But other than that,
I respect the storyline, but it could have been done a lot better.
The CGI, or they should have used practical effects. Or
I would say practical effects would be the way to go. It just, I don't know, it has a better feel to it. To me, horror should be all like handmade. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm a fan of blends. So like I like practical effects better, but I also appreciate how properly done CGI can have enhanced the practical effects.
Yeah. Well, when on Vengeance 2 that was just released, there is CGI. Most of it is practical effects, but when I think Richie's death was CGI with the knife in his face.
You mean your head isn't?
No, my head's real. My head's real.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm gonna bring it to your house.
Carry that thing around with you everywhere you go.
I'm gonna bring it to your house and put it in your bathtub.
Scare the shit out of my wife.
Yep. Oh, she would know.
Yeah, she would know for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Vlad. Maybe he lost power.
Yeah, that happened to me last week, but mine came back on.
Maybe he retired and just left this to us.
He's like, fuck it.
I mean, we have 4 viewers. hey, you 4.
Hey, 4.
What's up? Oh,
okay.
God.
Well, then I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to another Christmas movie that I love then.
Yes.
Mercy Christmas. Have you seen that?
I have not. What is that about?
So it's this great holiday horror about a gentleman at work who gets picked on a lot, and his boss is not very nice to him, and he gets invited to this Christmas dinner at his boss's house, and it turns out his boss's family are a bunch of cannibals, and they drug him and they throw him into the dungeon. And it's the Christmas, the family goes through Christmas dinner, and they have these people already down there, and they like cut their legs off and cook them up for Christmas dinner.
This is a nice ham.
Yeah, it's
like somebody's thigh.
Exactly. It's a horror comedy, but it's fantastic.
Speaking of horror comedies, have you seen Anna and the Apocalypse?
I have. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I was like at first it was really cheesy. To everybody out there, it is a zombie Christmas musical. It's a fucking musical. I was like eye rolling for the first like third of it, but then to me it got kind of entertaining, and I liked the last like 2/3 of it. Yeah,
the special effects were awesome. The gore was good. I just have a hard time sitting through musicals. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But to people who enjoy musicals,
what was that?
If people enjoy musicals though and horror, I would highly recommend that.
Yeah, if you love musicals, you'll love it, because that's.
And it's like Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead was a horror musical. It just wasn't a Christmas horror musical.
That is true.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted so much to like Anna and Apocalypse. Like I tried so hard to like it, and I just.
Well, if you don't like musicals, there's no way you can force yourself to, because you're like, oh my God, they're singing again. Make it stop.
Yeah, make it stop. Can't you just talk normal?
Yeah. Why do you have to sing everything?
What happened?
I think we lost Vlad for good. He passed away.
Oh no.
Let me see. I didn't write down a bunch of. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm looking on a list now.
Oh, I can name another one if you'd like.
Oh, like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Oh, yeah, Christmas and Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with Tim Burton.
No. That we've had to make sure that was on there.
Yeah. Have you seen a movie called A Nasty Piece of Work?
No.
That's another fun job-related Christmas horror movie where a boss of a company invites 2 of his employees over to work or over to his house for like a Christmas Eve get together, and he
sounds familiar.
He forces them to basically try to kill each other for a promotion. And it's,
oh my God,
it's like this really dark twisted.
I'd be like, I quit, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't
later. Deuces.
It's this really dark, twisted horror comedy Christmas movie that's really good. I absolutely love it. It streams on Hulu. It's like one of those Hulu. I don't know if you know the Hulu After Dark thing that they did where for like 2 years they made a horror movie for each holiday, like St. Patrick's Day and Christmas and New Year's Eve and Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
It's one of those, and it's really good. A lot of those movies are really good. Like Pilgrim for Thanksgiving, they did that, and that's a really good movie as well.
Every time I hear the word Pilgrim now, I think of Thanksgiving with the topless pilgrim woman at the very beginning. The show opens up with a giant titty in your face.
You cannot go wrong with Thanksgiving.
You cannot.
You cannot. And it's only $4.99 to buy it. Super cheap. Nice. If you don't have it, buy it.
Yeah. Show your friends and family.
Right. Definitely your family. Invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner and show them the movie.
Hey, you guys gotta watch this. Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Yeah. Do you have one of those cups from Vlad's boxes, the Zompire boxes? The Thanksgiving coffee cup. So
no, I'm gonna have to see if he has any left, so I'll buy one off of him.
I drink my hot cocoa out of it because I don't drink coffee.
He should give me one because I'm his best friend.
Yeah, he should. I agree. I won't argue that.
Yeah, so there you have it. Sorry that we lost Vlad, you guys, but the show must go on. What else you got in your pocket?
Well, I was curious to see what some of the viewers that are watching, what some of their favorite horror movies. See if anybody likes something I haven't seen yet.
Come on, Melissa. Well, Melissa loves the Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I agree. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess that's it.
I think that I will just go on to another one then.
All right. What do we got?
I mean, I can go for hours and hours and hours on these. No, we can't go for hours. I'll fall asleep. So I know that we talked about Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, but we didn't talk about 5 yet, which I think 5 is a Stuart Gordon film. Yeah. Brian Usna did 4. Stuart Gordon did 5. And so 4 and 5, they vary. Like the first 3 are all about the same story, but 4 and 5 kind of did what Halloween did with Season of the Witch. They kind of do their own story. And 5 is about it's almost exactly kind of like Season of the Witch, except for with Halloween masks. So it's with toys. It's about a toy maker who makes these toys to kill kids. And it's directed by Stuart Gordon, who is a fantastic, I wouldn't say it's necessarily body horror director like Brian Usna, but he's kind of in that vein. So if you like killing kids and Christmas and Stuart Gordon, definitely not as good as 4 in opinion, because I love body horror so much. So I tend to love 4 a little bit better than 5. But they're super cheesy 80s films, so you know how that 80s feels like you're watching a VHS tape, shitty quality. But
so, which one would you recommend the most out of the set?
It depends on what you like, because if you don't like body horror, you're gonna hate 4. You're gonna.
Oh, I love body horror.
Then watch 4.
Okay, maybe I'll do that tonight.
Silent Night, Deadly Night Initiation. Watch it.
There you go.
And then. I mean, you can dabble in 5. 5's kind of a shitty movie in general. I like it just because I enjoy Stuart Gordon's films, and I mean, it's killer toys, so you can't go wrong. Just don't expect greatness when you're watching it, and just go into the movie knowing you're about to watch
with a grain of salt.
Shit.
Vlad's internet died. That's why he's gone.
Ah.
Yep. See. He misspelled it, but
my internet died.
Yes. Poor guy.
Stupid Comcast. Well, since today is December 5th and it's Krampus night in Germany and most parts of Europe, which I mean, it's over in Germany and Europe because they're like 9 hours ahead of us, but it was. We can talk about Krampus. 2015 Michael Dougherty version of Krampus. Absolutely love the film. Little more lighthearted version of a little more lighthearted version of Krampus, a little more comical and kiddie. PG-13 movie, not rated R like Trick or Treat was from Michael Dougherty. He was a little disappointed that he went PG-13 with Krampus. But that Krampus takes place in the same like world as Trick or Treat. There's little nods to Trick or Treat in that movie. So I'm hoping when Trick or Treat 2 comes out, we see some nods to Krampus in it. But I absolutely love that film. I love the fact that there was killer gingerbread cookies in it. That giant man-eating clown Jack-in-the-Box thing that was up in the attic was truly fucking terrifying. I don't care who you are. That thing was terrifying.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
Oh my God. You have so many movies to watch.
I know. I watched a bunch and I'm just like, fuck. I have sleeping to do.
Okay. So you need to watch that before you watch Silent Night, Deadly Night Initiation. Okay. Just because, like, if you're gonna watch a movie tonight,
right?
If you plan on watching a movie tonight, it's gotta be that. Because tonight, December 5th, is Krampus night, so you have to watch Krampus. Krampusnacht, or however you pronounce it in German.
Are you talking about the regular Krampus that we were talking about earlier?
Krampus, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Wait, what do you mean the regular Krampus?
Is there another one? Is there another one?
Oh yeah, there's Michael Dougherty's Krampus that came out in 2015, and then there's like 8 B movie Krampuses that are out. So there's
that must be the one I saw. That's the one I saw. Yeah.
Oh, the one we were talking about earlier was part of Christmas Horror Story.
Let's see. But yeah, I've seen it. Anyone else?
You have seen Krampus?
What?
Did you say you have seen Krampus?
Yeah, I've seen Krampus. I have a Krampus ornament on my tree too.
Oh yeah. Do you have the little bell?
Yeah.
That's what I have.
It's pretty cute.
The Krampus bell.
I'll take a picture and show you later. I got pretty. Hey, where have you been? Dude, my orange cat just came out of nowhere. What was that?
I feel watching, so when I test one of your favorite Christmas horror movies, we can talk about it.
Oh gosh, don't know if I have a favorite. I don't think I have a favorite. I mean, I haven't seen enough, I think, to have a favorite. I mean, Gremlins is dear to my heart just because it's from, it's Gremlins. So probably that.
Yeah.
What was that?
I mean, oh yeah, no, I was agreeing. Gremlins should be dear to everybody's heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody else doesn't have anything, I guess we could wrap it up.
Yeah. Call it an evening.
Yeah. Poor Vlad. He lost his internet, and so we lost him, and he left us on our own. He left us on our own, dude.
Yeah, dude. What's going on, man?
Man, that's dangerous. We could have gotten ourselves into trouble.
I mean, I could have started a fire or something.
I know. I could have stabbed myself with these. God. Do you know what we're talking about? Oh, next week we have a guest.
Yes, we do.
Yes, do you want to...
Wait, is next week the 12th?
Next week is the 12th. Do you want to say any little hints about our guest without giving away their name or anything?
I mean, we've already given it away last week.
Oh, we did? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think so.
I forgot that
next week we have Ross Allison coming on to talk all things paranormal. So super excited about that.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to be caught up for the show should watch his documentary that we're going to be talking a lot about called Parasense, which is a really good documentary about being touched by ghosts. And they use the documentary they use a lot of science and gadgets and gizmos to record if people are actually touched, or if it's just their mind playing tricks on them. So it's good documentary. Check it out. Ross Allison will be on next week.
Yeah.
And so will Vlad. Vlad will be here too next week.
He should be. He should be. We're just gonna go over to his house and slap him around a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be fun. We should just do that anyway.
Okay.
This is just for being you.
Yeah, fuck you.
This is out of love, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Oh God.
All right. So,
well,
thanks everybody
for tuning in. Go ahead.
Nope, you got it.
No.
This
go
is
ahead.
Vlad's job. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I don't know how Vlad ends the show, but we're gonna end it by just saying we love you, everybody, and I love you guys, and have a good night.
Night, guys. Doot doot doot.